Hi everyone, good morning and thanks for joining me again for another video. I'm Charmaine, this is Charmaine Speaks NPD, and this is a platform where we can discuss all things under the umbrella of narcissistic personality disorder and the effects of trauma. So if you're interested or inclined to want to engage in this type of content, or you have been, or you're enjoying it but you've not subscribed, please do subscribe, because I have some goals that I'd like to reach in around the next 3 to 4 weeks, and I can't do it without you. So I would really appreciate you subscribing, becoming part of the community, and excuse me, if you are enjoying the content, if you find value in it, or if it resonates, then give me a thumbs up. It's a great indication for me that you're engaged in the content and you have found value in it, but also it's great for us to put the content in front of other people, okay, people that might benefit from it, and to grow our community here. So really appreciate that. Thank you for your support as always. I appreciate you guys. Just relaxing in nature, and I thought I'll jump on and do this video because it's been on my heart for the last couple of days, and so why not talk about it, right? So the topic is, it is quite an interesting phenomenon, I can't lie, but it's also really concerning, and it can be quite scary as well, being on the receiving end of these types of behaviors. I am going to be talking from personal experience here, mixed in with some anecdotal kind of influence, I guess, as well, inspiration. I've seen a lot of people's stories. I've heard people's experiences in this kind of area, and so I thought it was quite a good discussion to have, seeing as it is increasing. Well, it's very common, but I think the increase of hearing these stories has a lot to do probably with social media and how we can connect, but this is really common, and it's not surprising for a narcissist to engage in these behaviors. So the topic that I'd like to talk about is this incessant stalking from the narcissist, this need to watch you, to pursue you, to try and insert themselves back into your life by various means, okay, and their inability or refusal, a little bit of both, okay, to let go. So let's talk about it. When a narcissist gets in any type of relationship, okay, let's take a romantic relationship, just as an example, okay, there are obviously there is a behavioral cycle in every relationship. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter if it's a romantic relationship, a work relationship, a friendship, a familyship. This behavioral cycle with this person with NPD, if you've experienced it or maybe yet to experience it, you can meet these people anywhere, okay? This cycle, it always stays the same, okay? The cycle must go on. The people change, but the cycle stays the same. So this behavioral cycle of idealizing that the narcissist does, devaluing, discarding, and then hoovering is something that everybody gets, okay? It is it's an exercise, it's a procedure, it is a process, it is a guarantee, okay, that they are going to take this kind of rinse and repeat cycle with every person that they meet, because they don't know any other way. That's how their internal processes are set up for their interpersonal relationships, and this is how they roll, okay? It's through this rinse and repeat cycle. Okay, so before they even get into a relationship, or they may be going through this idealization stage, they already know how this is going to end. Oh yeah, they know that it's going to end in a discard, They know that they're going to place you in their people harem, okay? And essentially what that is a collection of people, okay, that they feel they've used up in various ways. And they, you know, their supply's essentially gone flat. You know, the supply wasn't what it was. Maybe they're not letting themselves be under the narcissist's control anymore. Maybe the benefit the narcissist was getting was resources. The resources aren't there anymore. They're not useful anymore. They'll shelve them. Maybe bring them back later for another round, right? It could be that you used to look at them with adoration and love and, you know, passion, and you just don't do that anymore. Probably because they've ran you ragged and absolutely suck the life out of you through these abuse tactics, right? And this behavioral cycle. And you just don't look at them the same anymore, you know? They don't get that potent supply from you, okay? So through various, you know, scenarios, and there can be 101, I guess, narcissists tend to shelve people, okay, until they decide they want to give them another round. Lucky them, right? Not. So that is always the plan. A narcissist knows they can't go the distance. They know they can't go deep with you. They are not viewing you or this relationship through the same lens as you are. This is all an exercise, okay? They're going through the motions, and the reason why they're doing this is because they have to. They have to get your supply. They are very extremely dependent people. They get their sense of self from the data they collect from people. They have no connection to who they really are, right? So they have an inability to empathize or deeply connect or be vulnerable with people. So they already know they cannot go the distance. So they know how it's going to end. And one other thing that they know as well is that when this thing does end, they're going to be the one to end it. Okay? So that is a must in their eyes. Now, obviously, what I'm going to do is I've decided that I'm going to kind of emphasize a certain scenario, okay? We all know that relationships, right, end, and it's painful. You know, it can be really hard, it can be really emotionally taxing. You know, there can be emotional wounds, emotional pain, heartbreak. You know, you might have to move home. You know, somebody else might have to move home, and you've got to go through that process. There might be a divorce in the works. You know, there might be child custody in the works, or it might just be that you you know, have a lot of emotional ties to this person. And no matter who ends the relationship, you know, there's always going to be some kind of emotional toll, right? No matter who ends it, because emotions don't just go away. And there's a certain amount of emotions you need to work through. So that goes for all of us, you know, and it can be hard and it can be painful. So regardless of who ends the relationship, this behaviour that is that the narcissist, you know, proceeds to display, can happen in either scenario. So, i.e., whether you're in this relationship, you know, with this narc, and you decide to do the discard, powerful narcissistic injury caused, okay? But also, if they do the discard, they shelve you, put you in the people harem. They go out and they move on to their next victim. The same happens again, inevitably, because the cycle must go on. It never changes. Only the people do. And then they want to come back, okay? But love don't live here anymore, okay? You can't get in. You can't come back here. That can be, that can kind of elicit the same types of feelings as you know, as does when you discard the narcissist. So I guess, hopefully I said that in a way that makes sense. But essentially what I'm trying to say is that this incessant stalking, this obsession, this really kind of insane behavior that the narcissist undertakes when a relationship ends, okay? It can happen in more than one scenario, okay? So not necessarily if you discard them, it might even, you know, a little bit further down the line when they want to come back into your life and realize that they can't. This behavior, you can be on the receiving end of this behavior as well, okay? Everybody can get this smoke from the narcissist. But let me tell you, if you are the one to end this thing with the narcissist, if you put your foot down and you say, do you know what, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, I'm beat up inside out, I can't take any more of this horror show, okay, that's supposed to be a relationship, and you think, I am done, stick a fork in it, I'm out, okay? If that's you, and you leave them, abandon them, because that's how the narc will view, you know, you deciding that you don't want to be abused anymore, you know? You don't want to be on the receiving end of this behavior that is emotionally and mentally, psychologically crushing you, okay? Physically affecting you as well in some cases, and has you 5 ways from Friday every day, you know, head spinning, heart racing, and you know, you just can't seem to do anything right. You've had enough. You're sick of it. So if you do the discard because you've realized that you don't want to put up with all of that anymore, oh, believe me, you have a stalker for life. Yeah, you have a stalker for life. The thing is about a narcissist is that they don't process the end of a relationship like the regular person does, right? So with the regular person, you and me, as I said, either way it goes, either way the cookie crumbles, you leave or they leave, there's still this emotional turmoil to work through, okay? We've all got feelings and we've all got emotions, and most of the time we emotionally invest into romantic relationships and other relationships as well, okay? We emotionally invest in all relationships that are important to us. So there's always going to be that process of working through, you know, what inevitably comes with a breakup. You know, a lot of people want closure. Some people don't need that. There's going to be a space of time where you reflect on your own behaviors, you know, how you manage the relationship from your end, some of the things that you may have done that, you know, you're quite happy with, and then there's some of the things that you did that you're probably not too happy with, and you reflect on that, you know, and you use that as data to inform, you know, future decision making in your relationships down the line. You might have to process some things that happened to you in that relationship. Maybe you talk, you know, as part of the processing of those feelings. Maybe you talk to somebody. Maybe you get some professional help, you know, if needed. Nothing wrong with that. But there's a process that people go through, you know, when they end relationships, because they have to let go. They have to process the ending of this, okay? Almost grieving, you know, to an extent. Not completely, you know, so they're still with us, but there is there's some time that needs to to pass by until we're kind of feeling ourselves again. You know, we get our mojo back, right? Because we've processed what we need to process. We feel like we're letting go of that situation, or we've let go, and now we're ready to move on, which is a good thing. But narcissists, they don't move on. They don't move on because all of the things that I've just mentioned, they don't do that. Okay, their internal processes are set up so different from mine and yours that they don't go through that process, right, of closure and taking accountability and you know, really thinking about their behaviors or their actions. You know, they don't empathize, they don't they're not honest with themselves, they, you know, they don't manage their emotions, they don't process their emotions, their feelings, they are not in control of their ego controls them, and so on and so forth. So they have this inability, okay, to, one, connect to their own feelings, two, to process them, and three, to have, I guess, to either build up resilience or have built up resilience to be able to kind of work through these tougher times in life, right? And they also see you as an extension of them. A massive part of the foundations of narcissistic personality disorder is control, manipulation, and entitlement. Okay. If they see you as a grade A supply, they pursue you, they love bomb you, they idealize you, and then they manage to get you hooked, right? Keep you around, use and abuse you, get their supply from you, whether positive or negative, feed their own ego with their distorted, twisted perception of what makes them feel powerful, you know. They really do see you as an extension of them. They really do, and they see you as belonging to them. And that's it. That's it, and that's all, okay? These people really do feel like they are entitled to you for life. They feel like you're an extension of them, you're part of them, right? And so you should act accordingly. So when you dismiss them, when you discard them, that is one narcissistic injury, a narcissistic blow that will take them off their feet. It will knock the wind out of them. Trust me, whatever they're dealing with at the moment, because you know narcissists, they do love to play around. Yeah, you're going to be on the team, but you're not going to be the only one on the team, right? Yeah, because we know the supply needs to be ongoing and incoming at all times, right? So the narcissist, as I said, they have the harem, and then they're always out fishing for new supply. You know, they always have their options open, okay? And you know, apart from the using and the abusing that they do, and all the effects of that has on the person that they're with, yeah, they are commonly cheaters, you know, promiscuous. They do have a tendency to chase novelty. You know, they're novelty chasers, they're pleasure seekers. So commonly they step outside the relationship. It not only gives them supply and boosts their ego, but it also makes them feel like they've got one up on you. If they can get away with a lie and they feel like they've disrespected you in some kind of way, oh, that's just a cherry on the top, sorry. So yeah, they love that. They love that, and they love to make you feel jealous as well, you know. So if they can do that, that's a bonus. But they've always got something going on the side, is my point. And with you being the main supply, You know, you're the staple of the supply matrix. And when you remove yourself, i.e. when you discard this narcissist, you put a gaping hole in that supply matrix, okay? You're the center, you're like the glue that makes all of this so disgustingly enjoyable, okay, to this person. So when you remove yourself, you're removing a massive part of their supply. And they don't like that. In fact, it can actually send them into, or it can, let's say, encourage the onset of narcissistic mortification. It just depends how really bad it gets for them. But they are definitely going to take that narcissistic blow, that injury like no other, if they see you as grade A supply and you go. Because that wasn't supposed to happen. No, that's not the way that they wrote this story. The way that they wrote this story is that they were going to come, conquer, and then they were going to shelve you until they're ready to take you through another rinse and repeat. So that's the way that that was supposed to go. But alas, you saw the light. And so everything that they were doing, okay, or anyone that they were doing, is unimportant at the moment, okay? Because what they need to do is they need to get you back. Oh yeah, they've got to get you back. They've got to get you back under control, under their manners. They need to get you in place in that supply matrix. They need to get you back. So everything else falls by the wayside, okay? That's not important right now. What's important is manipulating you back into position, okay? So the rage is probably the first thing that you will encounter, okay, once you decide to discard this narcissist. Now, if you go no contact, that's going to be obviously a bit more difficult, but fear not. These people have ways and means of getting to you, okay, of hoovering you. If the rage doesn't work, if the silent treatment doesn't work, if the emotional blackmail doesn't work, they will project, they will blame shift, they will reframe things, they'll manipulate the mess out of you, okay, to get back in. Because ultimately what they want to do is they want to put this on you and they want you to take the blame for their abuse, okay? So when that doesn't work, they're going to try and break you down any way that they can, right? And they'll do this in various ways. It could be different scenarios. In my case, it was financial hoovering. I have pets, or should I say we had pets, and I would get mountains of cat litter and pet food and pet toys turning up at the house regularly, you know, every week, every couple of weeks. I'll get money in my bank, you know. These are all hoovering tactics. These are all tactics to get you to elicit a response. They want a reaction from you. They want to, especially if you go no contact, because they're just trying to get a reaction. They're just trying to get a response. What they want to do is they want to start a conversation with you, because if they can do that, they can manipulate you. That's how they feel. But when none of that works, when you're not paying attention, you're not coming back. I'm sorry, but this story that you wrote, we've tore out a few pages in there, okay? It's not going to be the ending that you perceived it to be. And you're putting your foot down. You're getting on with your life, and you may be connected in various ways, maybe directly, maybe indirectly. But this person now has a mission, okay? And this mission doesn't have a sell-by date. It doesn't have an expiry date, because ultimately the narcissist can never let go of you anyway. You are a narcissistic injury, okay? You are somebody that, of course, everything is your fault. You're to blame for the person feeling like their supply matrix has been destroyed. They can't abuse you. They can't use your resources. And while you was in the picture, it's actually quite fun to see other people. But it isn't no fun when they don't have anyone to cheat on, you know. So their lives have been turned upside down, you know, from their opinion. Their opinion is that you hurt them and you need to pay. How dare you take your life back? How dare you remove yourself from the clutches of my terror, from, you know, how dare you survive my horror movie, you know? How dare you think that you have the agency as a grown adult to decide when this relationship ends? You know, that's what's going on in their head. And they will find 101 reasons to project the blame onto you. No doubt they've already, you know, they've done some kind of smear campaigning because they know how it's going to end. And they always need enabling and their distorted perceptions and their fantasies and fairy tales validating, right, and reinforcing. And they always need somebody around them. That's toxic. That's, oh, that's going to enable the toxicity, right? So the smear campaign probably began a while ago. Probably began a while ago. But they're going to make you look bad. They're going to make you the problem, you know. They are going to, even in their own mind, even if it's not overtly, explicitly said to somebody else, they are going to delude themselves that you are the issue. And they'll use any excuse in the book. They'll even use your nationality as a reason why you left. I know. Anything but the truth, right? Anything works but the truth, because the truth means that the narcissist has to embrace objective reality. And they're not going to do that. Objective reality is their kryptonite. It is their poison. It is their sworn enemy. Right? They don't do objective reality. No, they don't do that. So they carry on doing this cycle. They move from person to person. Remember, you was a grade A supply and you left. So you're forever an enemy. And you need to pay for what you've done. Okay? So this is where they are. Okay? They can't let go. They can't let go. And at some point, the mission is to get you back. Yeah, could be 2 years, could be 6 months, could be 4 years, it could be 6 years. I've seen it. I've seen it, and I tell no lies. These people will hang on to you for life. They will stalk you. They will obsess over you. And it's not because they want you back, because they want to do better, because they feel like, oh, actually, I really messed up there. I miss this person. I wish it could have turned out differently. You know, it's not because of that. It's for one reason. It's because they didn't get the chance to destroy you, okay, and then shelve you and put you in that harem without any closure, you know, emotionally in pain. So they had the option and a higher probability of them being able to come back into your life. You know, they this is how they view people. You know, these are not reflective people who ever get any better. They get worse. They get worse. The real reason why they're stalking you, you know, this is a sick obsession. This is not adoration. It's not love. It's not you know, them feeling like you're the one that got away, although you was, and kind of in a sense, but not for the reasons that a regular person would feel that way. No, they want to destroy you. They didn't destroy you, right? they, they came and did everything that they did with the view to destroying you. Like I say, put you in the harem. But it didn't go that way. And they need to be in control. They need to be in control of everything, including that discard and that Hoover. And the fact that they didn't get chance to execute the story that they wrote with them as the main character has them tore up inside, okay? That's what brings about this obsession, because what they need to do to stop this feeling of these triggers of inadequacy, these voices in their head, these demons that they're dealing with, right? To manage all of that, what they need to do is execute the plan, the original plan. So they stalk you because they're looking for an opening. They're looking for an opening. It might be that they know you're in a relationship. They're waiting for you to end. They're waiting for a moment where you could be vulnerable, where they could conveniently insert themselves into your life again, or any other shortcomings that people go through, Maybe they're calculated, they're strategic in what they do. They can send, flying monkeys, as we call them, which are their enablers. They can connect with friends, family. I guess their strategy, their plan, will be customized to who they know you to be. But this is why you should never let a narcissist back in your life. Because once you discard them, or you say no to them, if they discard you and, they try to come back, it's only because they want to finish what they've started. It's sick and it's twisted, but it's true, They have a mission. They have a mission now. And you become way more valuable to them when you can't be controlled. That's when they start to see value in you. But it's not value in a sense of they're viewing you as a human being with qualities and attributes that they admire and that they love and are attracted to. No. They see you as valuable in terms of supply. Not to mention if they feel like they can conquer you again, i.e. get back into your life, get back into your heart, back into your mind, it is a massive, massive ego boost for them. And that in itself is huge and potent supply for them, and then they'll proceed to destroy you, because that's the plan. It's dark and it's twisted, and you can do a lot of things to as damage limitation, to protect yourself, to keep yourself safe. And I really hope that everybody does. But these people, sometimes they have this insatiable appetite, they're obsessive, and they'll do anything that they can just to even feel like they might be able to touch your life again. So you just got to be careful and mindful, and be extra safe and vigilant, especially when it's a kind of a fresh breakup, and within the first 6 months, the first year, you're going to be on their mind heavily. So I just wanted to touch on this. I think it's really common. It's something that I've been through, I've experienced. I know people watching the channel and who have commented previously have also experienced this, but I just wanted to cover some of the context behind it, I guess, and why this happens, and what's going on in the narc's mind. So yeah, drop me a comment, let me know if you found the oh gosh, I've lost my words, the content. If you found the content interesting, give us a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button guys, and please share it to a friend, and until next time, bye.